let's get to the
dive in cannonball. I don't care how bad Doster wants to move forward.
All right, let's get to the Midwest. We got Houston as the 1 seed, Texas as the 2 seed. We have Xavier as the 3 seed, which was a bit of a surprising decision, and we have Indiana as the 4 seed. All right, what's that path look like for you, RC? Do you where do you see Houston running into the most trouble?
A healthy Miami. I just don't like. Listen, I'm they're number 1 seed. I'm a huge fan of it. I don't like the way they played. They didn't look great in this semi at all. I mean, Marcus Sasser was a 30-piece, and they only had 60 points, and they got there. They obviously lost. He didn't play in the finals. If he's compromised?
He's compromised.
As a number 1 seed, I can see them taking an L as early as the second round. I mean, but I like Miami better.
Mm-hmm.
I like Auburn to beat Iowa and then give Houston a run for their money because they're so crazy. Because if there's one thing we know about Auburn is that we don't know them. You don't know what you're going to get on a night-to-night basis. And if they just decide to get hot between dates March 16th and March 19th, like Auburn could make the Sweet 16.
I don't see that happening.
Well, you didn't see Miami either.
Yeah, I didn't see Miami either, but I don't see Houston really getting tested until they get to Texas. I want Miami to be healthy. I'm not convinced that I don't have any inside info on that. He just did not look good. And I know Marcus Sasser is dealing with the groin thing. But he went through warm-ups today. He was moving around today. Like it just that looked like one of those ones where if they had to win this game to get
they do it.
Probably could have played, but like they don't need it, so why risk
I think the Auburn game is going to be a really tough one for them because I don't think that you're not out toughing Auburn.
Mm. I just can't see Janai Broome and like that front line dealing with Jarris Walker and those absolute bulldogs that Houston has. What about Texas? Where's Texas going to run into the most trouble?
They're not.
They're not.
No, that's what's coming out of this.
In the second round.
Yeah, that's
the second round. Texas A&M so freaking tough. You want to talk about a hard-nosed game, like grind it out. Texas A&M is going to be a matchup to watch.
They're not getting past Penn State.
Ooh, spicy.
That is a spicy one. I like Texas A&M though. Every time I watch them, I'm just amazed by how tough they are.
Mm-hmm. Wade Taylor, they got a really, really good guard in Wade Taylor.
Booty ball.
I could see that happening. All right, what is the potential upset in the first round you guys are in on?
Kent State over Indiana.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that. I actually like that matchup for Kent State because of how old
Pitt over Iowa State.
I don't hate that one either. Why? Yeah, talk me through that one, RC. Why do you like that one?
I just think they're a team that they're going to go with their small ball lineup. Now, they don't – if they're big and you're massive and you rebound it well, I think that's their kryptonite. But if you're just going to be a jump shooting team and play, they tough, they guard, they're going to throw 4 guards out there, and they're going to be a nightmare. They got 4 guys going to break you down off the dribble. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of J.B. Burton. I think he's a closer. I think he can finish games for him. I just like their path right now in the first couple of games. I know they got Mississippi State in the play-in and Dayton. I like him. I think they got a chance at pulling off an early upset.
All right, so the one that I like is Drake over Miami. I want to be in on Miami. I just without Norchad, I just don't feel comfortable about it. And I love this Drake team. They're old, they're veterans. They actually showed a graphic during the Missouri Valley tournament title game where Drake's starting 5 is like on average 2 years older than the average starting 5 for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like they got 25-year-olds in their backcourt. Roman Penn is really damn good. Tucker DeVries is one of the best mid-major players. Like we're going to get to this in a second. DeVries is player to watch. Like
they're going to force you to score though. That's the one problem. Even without Norchad playing, Miami's going to still put up 80.
Yep. And the thing I like about this Drake team is I do think they are good defensively. If you look at the conference only numbers that they had in the Missouri Valley, which is typically a good defensive conference, they were the second best defense in that conference. So
home.
I'm in on them. I think
they're going home.
I think they're going to get it done. Drizzy Drake.
They're going home.
Pack it up. Go back to Iowa. Go
Yeah,
back
they're
to
going
Iowa.
home.
Enjoy
Bye.
Des Moines.
What's the best first round matchup? What's the one that you're most intrigued to see? And why is it Texas A&M against Booty Ball? Like, it's got to be that, right?
It's got to be
How could it be anything else?
Booty Ball.
I really like Booty Bowl. I really like that 4-13 game. I think it's going to be a tougher one than people are giving it credit for.
Yeah.
And the Iowa Auburn matchup is just so contradictory with one toughness and one defense and one jump shots and little defense.
And that's also got a little bit of the committee. They always do this, and I don't know if they
And
do.
two of the bigger personalities coaching wise in the business.
Yeah, Bruce Pearl against Brandon. Like, imagine being an official in that game. How many officials? Like, the guys that get that game are
They
going
better be patient.
Like, no, you know what? Look, I'm in health and safety protocols. I can't make it. I'm going out sick. Bruce Pearl also was an assistant at Iowa. Remember when all that happened with Deion Thomas?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So not only do we have that drama, Rob Senderoff was a GA and an assistant at Indiana when he first broke into coaching, right? And
Good
then
coach.
you get the potential of a Texas A&M Texas matchup in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Come on, man. You can't tell me that the people in that committee room were like, ooh, look what we could do. You want to start a little shit? We can start a little shit. That's what we're about to do. We can start a little shit. What's the best potential matchup? Like, what's the one that you're really looking forward to seeing? I mean, it doesn't have to be the dramatic one, but where are you kind of sitting here saying, like, that's who I want to see play?
Hey guys, just a reminder, our sponsor for today's episode is Run Your Pool. They are hosting the Field of 68 Bracket Challenge. This year, they are giving away $1,500 in free prizes. It's all an incentive for you to get on there and find out just how good their platform is. I've been using them for my bracket pools for years. I've used them for Super Bowl squares. I use them for everything that I need to use them for. The biggest survivor pool that I'm in for both NFL and NCAA tournament is by Run Your Pool. So go check them out. The link's below. Tap in.
Texas A&M and Texas. I'm intrigued by that matchup.
Yeah.
After we bring that up, I am intrigued by that matchup. You always fall in love with the 4-13s and the 5-12s. It just continues to be the case. I think Miami beats Drake. I hear what you're saying, but that Miami team's really good. They paid a lot of money for them. They better not be a first round exit. So they better not be a first round exit. Who do I want to see play? I want to see Houston and Auburn play.
I think they will.
I think they will too. I would love to see that game.
Yeah, I actually think that that's one where the more I think about it, T.O., the more I think that, like, there's a what do you call it? What do you say about Katie Johnson? We haven't heard it much this year. What do you say about him?
He runs on nightmare fuel.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need you need to be insane to be able to deal with Houston. So I like that. We haven't really talked about this yet. How do you think about this matchup? Xavier, Kennesaw State. I don't think that's going to be an easy matchup. We just saw Xavier get waxed in the Big East tournament title game. If you listen,
Terrell Burden can play. Kid from Kennesaw State, he's good.
How do you feel about Xavier? Because I think if we look at all of the 3 seeds, the one where I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what, that's a really difficult draw for them, no matter who they get in that second round. Because look, you could get Sean Miller going up against Pitt in the second round of the NCAA tournament, which I don't know if we talked about this on the record or off the record, but like that's another interesting matchup with some interesting side plots. Sean, of course, played at Pitt.
I mean, as we talked about it before, had Pitt not turned it around, and hell of a year to the ACC Coach of the Year, Jeff Capel and those guys, but had he not turned it around, the rumors would have been flying that Sean, they were going to back up the Brinks truck to get Sean to Pitt. So that'll be quite interesting to see what that looks like. And then Kennesaw State, hell of a year, man. I mean, they turned that thing around really.
You talk about it. One of the next coaches you're going to be talking about a lot.
I'd give him high. He'd be high major in the next year too.
Yeah.
All right. So what is the mid-major to watch in this region? I already gave you mine. It's Drake, and I already gave you my mid-major player to watch. It's Tucker DeVries. T.O., we'll go to you first.
Kent State and Sincere Carey.
Yeah.
Bad boy. Can score, big, strong, physical, older team, older player. They're good.
I think the same. I think they'll give Xavier some
Indiana.
issues there. Yeah. Indiana, I'm sorry. They're giving them some issues. But ultimately, I think Trace Jackson Davis is just going to be a little too much for him.
Yeah, that's kind of where I settle on it too. You know, they got the
It's
best.
gonna be a monster. They got the best guy, probably the best guy in the region.
Mhm. Yep, that's all right. So let's pick our Sweet 16. That's a good way to lead into it. Are you good? Are you ready, RC? If I go to you first on this one, you're gonna sit dumbfounded at the bracket like, this didn't just come out. I'm confused.
I'm gonna go Houston, Miami. Think I'm crazy. Pitt. I'm going booty ball in Texas.
I got a fun game for the chat. I want
How
everybody.
do you get booty ball in Texas?
I'm sorry, I got Texas. I just want to. I want to say booty ball for the hell of it.
Yeah, I was about to say you just really want to say booty ball.
I just want to say booty
You got-
ball. That's
you
all I
got
really
booty
want
ball.
to say.
You got booty ball beating Texas.
No, I got Texas going. I got
a fun game for the chat. Chat right now. I want everybody putting there the first ACC team that that RC is going to pick to lose in the first. Right now, he's got the ACC at 8-0 in the first week, and I want you guys to put in the chat right now.
Yep. Same thing happened a year ago.
Yep. First ACC
because
team.
Because we're gonna start it, and I'm gonna say we talked all year long about the Big 12 being the best, and then 2 other conferences got more teams in them. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yep.
So how are they by far and away the best conference in America, and then 2 other conferences got more bids than them? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
I don't know what we're doing. RC, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
I don't know. I'm sleep deprived too. Forgive me.
Let's go. All right, so I'm going Houston. Gosh, I want to pull the trigger on Kent State, but I'm not going to do it. Houston, Indiana, because Miami's going to have their hands full, especially with a 70% O'Meara. So Houston, Indiana,
Nope.
Xavier. Houston, Indiana, Xavier. And I'm scared to death because we haven't even said a word about Iowa State. They always seem to find a way with Otzelberger to keep going. But Xavier and then Texas A&M, Sweet 16.
You like them to
Texas
be
A&M Sweet 16, huh? Wow.
Yep.
Booty ball.
Booty ball. All right, here's mine.
Take their booty back home.
Sorry, I'm having a little mic issues.
Put your booty back in your first class seat, back to College Station. College, whatever it is. What's the town up there in Penn State? College Station's Texas A&M. I'm tripping.
Fixing some things over here. All right, we're good to go. Dagan, we're good to go. Here's mine. I got Houston beating Iowa to be able to get to the Sweet 16. I actually have Indiana in the Sweet 16 because I think that Drake beats Miami. I have Indiana over Kent State, and I have Indiana facing off with Houston in the second in the second weekend. I have Xavier getting past Iowa State. I'm sticking with Iowa State. I'm buying Iowa State. And I think that they have figured some things out without Caleb Grill there. And I have Xavier beating Iowa State to get to the Sweet 16. And then I have Texas beating Texas A&M. I'm in on Buzz Williams being able to make a little bit of a run, but I don't think that they can get past Texas. Texas is something of a team of destiny to me. All right.